don't think it's that complicated until you actually play it, and then you're like, there's a lot going on that you can't see. You don't know that that's happening until it's like, oh, a person just stood up faster. How did that happen? Like what? Like there's nothing. No modern fighter really has that. There's like dizzy escape. But can you think of any other fighting game that even like when you mash on the ground, you specifically stand up faster?
What I really like, and we'll talk about Linus and Melonfizz in a second, is that even though it has all these things, it's still so neutral heavy. It's kind of like a pioneer in terms of we think about like air dash fighters. Yeah,
this game, I mean, I've heard many people say this is their favorite SNES fighting game, and I cannot argue with that. This is made by 2 people. The quality of work that has gone into this game is just astounding. Natsume, I mean, say what you will. I don't know if you love Harvest Moon, if you like Ninja Warriors, but this game, like, it's such a shame it's Gundam in the sense that there's no way they're ever going to get the license to re-release this in any capacity. Like, if they could, can you imagine? I feel like there would be, like, modern players who would play this.
If there was, like, an Endless Duel Tool or a Battle Assault that played more like this, you better believe in today's day and age we get more players.
Yeah, for sure. Combo Kyo over in the Gwed Discord actually does, like, they've actually found all the hitboxes. They've created the Zero system. It's a training system that you can actually use to, set up situations and practice combos and kind of get a better idea of hitboxes in this game are pretty honest. Luckily, it's not like you don't really see anything that's just like, what the heck is this? Like, how did that hit me? It all, I mean, you got giant weapons. You're hitting each other with a giant shield. You're hitting someone with a giant scythe. You're shooting them with a giant gun. There's no reason for things to not look right as far as I can tell. They went very naturally with it.
It's really evident when I saw your set with MST, you were using like whiff punishes really well, and you see Linus using it a lot as well, because just based on the size of that button, that's where it's going to hit. Yeah, there's no deception about it.
Yeah, as I said, the hitboxes in the game are very honest. There may be 1 or 2 examples, and I'm sure Epion probably has some silly stuff, but there's a reason Epion's not in the main cast.
Yeah.
So again, I was saying earlier, I really like Wing Zero. Wing Zero has kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good way to compare it. Like
Shoto.
Yeah, but I almost feel like
the more zoning heavy Shoto.
Because the thing is, you've got Wing, and Wing is like a combo character and has fairly good buttons. Not really like a projectile character, but Wing Zero is much more of a projectile character. Yeah. So like the idea is it's like the same sort of concept, but like better. I honestly think Wing Zero's buttons might be a little bit better than Wing at this point. Like having seen some really high-level Japanese players with Wing Zero, that character is scary.
You saw that double whiff right there.
Yep.
Went through each other. So those hitboxes are so forward moving, they'll just go right over your heads.
And so just something, if you're watching this and you have no idea how dashes work in this game, there are 2 different types of dashes. There's a command dash, which you can do by pressing 2 buttons together in a direction, and then there's actual normal dashing with forward, forward, or back, back. Those allow you to interrupt. So there's a balance there. Yes, you have a dash that's a block. I mean, that's a pretty big thing to have. I can't think of many games where you dash in blocking. I can't, like, how many can you think of? Like,
so good.
It's an interesting concept you don't see often, and I think that's part of the reason why it still feels kind of fresh, because no one's even really tried to like copy this game. Like, I think even like the later Gundam games didn't do that. Like Gundam Battle Assault, it's a completely different game. Like, it may look like it in some ways, but no.
I was saying earlier, and you can, my opinion, it feels like the ideas that we really like sometimes aren't the ones that stick. Yeah. It's never the ones, like I looked at Project LS, for example. Again, I'm not going to throw stones too much, but I did notice some things, some trends that games are moving towards